Here is your weekly forecast for Monday, June the 6th through to Sunday, June the 12th, 2016. It is week 23. The readings I have been getting of late unusually seem to be along similar themes and of repeating cards. This is quite strange, but hey ho, my job is to give the best interpretation of the messages they convey. Please remember that this is only a general read and will hold certain significance to some more than others. Venus is aspected, the planet of fortune, harmony, unison, joie de vivre, creativity, the enjoyment of life and pleasures in life. She is in Gemini in House 7, House 7 being of relationships that are very close, also of open enemies, but is in opposition to the ascendant Aries. This makes for a slightly complicated feel to things. As the ruler of Libra, Venus, she is in sophistication mode, so communication Gemini in House 7 is of the finer, more eloquent, refined mode. Of ball gowns, if you like, evening dress, fancy suits, bow ties is one way of describing it. However, the tarot is telling me that Venus in the house of Aries, which is the Four of Wands, is in opposition to Libra. Whilst Libra is comfortable in Aries, planetary it is in opposition 180 degrees apart, Aries stroke Libra. I would surmise this, that means that one half of you is or wants to be sophisticated and the other half is saying, let's go for it. Full steam ahead. Arm the torpedoes. Let's party animal with a fury. Oppositions are exactly this. Venus sits well also in Aries, and whenever you have Venus in Aries, which is ruled by Mars, there is passion, fire, and raw sexual energies. As I have said before, Mars excites Venus, who in return has a calming, creative effect towards channeling Martian energies. It could also be that Gemini in House 7, Libra, is seeking desires of self rather than partnerships, Libra. The self, Aries, Four of Wands, depiction, close associations with Libra, which is in House 7. Planetary opposition, House 1. Remember, this means that we have self versus others, Libra. Close associations, Libra. Saturn is retrograde in Sagittarius in House 12. The reason I mention this is making you rethink of dreamy planning, a reality check. This is the Saturn retrograde. Venus actually exalts in Pisces, but is in opposition in Pisces with Saturn sitting there. So expansive plans, long distance travel to be scrutinized by the reality of the taskmaster Saturn, a planet to make you think and evaluate things on a more practical level. It needs to be taken note of because Venus, as I have said, exalts in Pisces, but Saturn is asking to examine these relationships, Libra, House 7, and communication, because Gemini is in House 7. Remember, we've just had a Geminian new moon, so this could mean new starts. This examination of oneself is reflected in the overall theme of the Hanged Man, whom is also a water sign representing Neptune, which is the connection to House 12. This is the House Pisces, which it rules. I regard this card as a detachment, this is the Hanged Man I'm talking of now, away from a specific situation and to view from a different perspective, such as with water signs or water cards, it's emotion to the fore. Does this feel right? What other things are involved in this scenario apart from the obvious, the tangible? What long-term repercussions will unfold by taking this course or that course of an action? I am finding this particular read more difficult as I go along, because no sooner do I see the one side of a coin, the flip side pops up. It feels push and pull. Oh no, it's not. It's pull and push. Next, there are 2 court cards. These are always difficult. Remember, they can apply to both sexes in a general read. And whenever they are involved, so many are the various connotations, it is even trickier. My initial look was the thought and feeling of celebrity status to either one or both cards. The 4 of Wands by a court card can denote a celebrity of some sort. For instance, the water sign Queen, either sex in general, reads with a fire sign person, one of which is a stay-at-home type, water sign. The others, let's party and go for it, fire sign. I'm not saying for one moment that water signs don't go out and enjoy themselves and, to coin a phrase, splash it about, but I'm sure you get my drift on the elemental structure. Because the water sign, the planetary trump of Neptune, the Hanged Man, could be the reflective thinking towards a relationship from the water sign. The fire sign, this would indeed bear out the Venetian opposition against Saturn, rethinking practically about your dreams, your desires, bringing a reality check to the table. This is Saturn in Pisces, the house of the dreams. Looking at things from a different perspective, the Hanged Man. Water, Uranus, ruler of Pisces. Looking inward, again, the Hanged Man. The elemental structure of fire and water speaks for itself. Knight of Wands, King in other decks, but in the Crowley deck it's the Knight. Fire is the equivalent of the Knight of Wands. Travel, adventure, broad scope is also the feature of the Knight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles, reflective, homely, feeling, wanting security. So elementally we have one who can make water boil, fire, Knight of Wands, and water who can put out desire, ambitions, go for itness, if you like, heated energies, long distance venture, Queen of Pentacles, to put this out. It now is starting to make a little bit more sense. As I have said, I do these reads in one take, so to speak, so they develop when I move along. Looking at this again, relationship-wise, I would say, as a generalization, we have 2 opposites, fire and water, who want or are looking for different needs, desires, values. This is compounded by the 4 of Wands, complementing the Knight of Wands, and the Hanged Man reaching out to the Queen of Pentacles, asking for deeper emotional commitment. By this I mean on a spiritual basis. Summing up, this has been a read of opposites all the way through. Shall I be feisty? Shall I be elegant? I use feisty, girls, because female clients love that more than angry. Shall I be passionate? Shall I be lustful? Shall I be eloquent? Shall I be direct, forthright? The fire equals water are the most difficult combination. One working from drive, ambition, intense desire. The other working from receptivity, emotion, love. I'm still getting celebrity status as well, so it might be a fire sign against a water sign with a lot of tay-tartain or disagreements. Who knows? No oracle card this week, as this read has been tough enough on the interpretation. I hope it strikes some chords with some of you out there. Please do comment. Keep it nice. Opportunities are abounding in the weeks ahead. Tensions mounting, though, because of it. So it's go forth and also being introspective. This has been John. Thank you for listening.